stationery in unintended ways. We look at 9 of the cleverest ways to cheat on an exam.
How's it going? I'm Danger Dolan. I'm here to decipher some random things I found on the internet the other day that I think you might be interested in.
Number 9.
Erasers aren't just good for getting rid of writing, they're also good for being written on. What use is that? Well, when you have a very limited inventory in test, being able to write cheat notes on those little white squares can come in handy. It's especially good if it's one that has a cardboard sleeve around it, giving you extra stealth mode. But that's not all. Another method is to slice the eraser in half and chuck in a bit of folded piece of paper.
Number 8.
Sometimes having a runny nose can lead to your advantage rather than just annoying everyone around you. Tissue paper is another everyday allowance in test environments. After all, what teacher's gonna let a student leak snot all over their test paper? Many cheaters have used that to get the edge by writing down notes onto a prepared tissue and faking a snotty nose. Take out the tissue, read it quickly, then blow. It's a good plan to get rid of the evidence because no one is really going to want to pry open your snot-filled cheat tissue.
Number 7.
Having a blank page in front of you doesn't mean there's nothing on it, if you catch my drift. This one only works when you can bring in a notebook or your own paper, but basically these crafty cheaters have been writing out a cheat sheet using just an extra bit of pressure. This then leaves an impression on the page below, so while it looks harmless, you have all the info you need right there. Of course, you'll need to have keen eyesight to still read the almost invisible text, otherwise you'll just end up with 2 blank pages.
Number 6.
All great tacticians know how to use environment to their advantage, and for students that means hiding cheats on crappy posters. Chances are you've been sitting your education in a room filled with cheesy posters. Well, this Redditor used these posters for a different kind of inspiration, writing cheat words or phrases on the posters around him before the test. Of course, no one will notice because normally these posters are so tacky that our brains automatically block them out. That's a scientific fact.
Number 5.
Your trusty pen isn't just a tool for writing down your answers, it is the answers. Well, it can be if you follow some pretty simple hacks that just boil down to very clever ways to sneak in a bit of paper with words on it. But that paper may just save your ass on one of these multiple choice questions. While it might seem a bit obvious, some of these expert cheaters have created masterpieces of cheat sheet smuggling equipment. Just make sure you use a pen that you can easily open though, otherwise you'll have to crack that thing open like a cheating fortune cookie. And well, you don't need to read the paper inside to know you're pretty screwed.
Number 4.
Here's where we get to cheating that might involve more effort than just studying your damn subject. These cheats involve printing out a version of a water bottle label, but instead of all these boring ingredients, you have all your answers for easy access. But the effort you need to go to, photoshopping a fake label, making a cheat sheet, making sure it looks like a label and not a piece of paper you just cut out, it might be a little bit easy to hit the books. Plus this one has been floating around on the net for a while, so you're probably going to get busted by your teacher.
Number 3.
Until they decide that grades are more important than stopping you from pissing yourself, this little cheat should work. Using toilet graffiti to your advantage, the cheat is pretty simple. Stake out the side of your test the day before, find the nearest toilet, pick a cubicle and write your cheat sheet on the walls. Just make sure to disguise it, otherwise it won't be long till some narc finds it, or some troll who will change all your formulas just to dick you over.
Number 2.
If only you could somehow get the internet into that examination hall, then you'd be a grade A student. Well, lucky for you, the internet has already got it covered. There's several how-to guides on how to create the perfect disguise for your phone using just a screwdriver, a saw, and that expensive ass calculator. Just saw open a space big enough for your iPhone and bam, right under the teacher's nose. Of course, using it during the test will be risky and you will be destroying a $100 calculator to do it, but it could get you that A+ or expelled.
Number 1.
Sometimes the best